Have you ever looked at someone's health journey and thought, I could never do all of that? I mean, maybe you've watched someone lose weight, or maybe you've watched someone overcome an illness, and maybe you've seen someone full of energy, exercising, eating healthy, and you just wonder, how? How do they stay so disciplined? Because if you're anything like me, some days you really do have every intention of taking care of yourself. And then life happens. The alarm goes off late and the kids need something and work gets busy and you're running errands and you finally remember your vitamins right as you're crawling into bed. Or maybe you just don't even remember them at all. If you've ever felt that way, this video is for you, my friend. I want to show you something. Don't judge, or you can if you want. This bucket probably represents one of the least glamorous parts of my health journey. Nobody posts pictures of this. Look at this. Like, it's an old baby doll toy bucket. I didn't even realize that till just now. But look, full. It is full. Nobody makes dramatic before and after videos about remembering to take magnesium on a Wednesday afternoon. But this has been one of the biggest battles of my life. I'm not even joking. It's heavy. When people hear my story, they usually hear about the bigger moments, being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis and learning to fast and changing my diet and losing weight. I used to be about 100 pounds heavier than I am now. Writing books, starting this YouTube channel, but they rarely see what happens every single day. Because healing or simply just trying to take better care of yourself is not made up of one huge decision. It's made up of hundreds, sometimes thousands, or tiny decisions that nobody else ever sees. I've never shown this bucket on YouTube. I don't show it to most people. People often ask me, what supplements do you take? Because they're thinking they could do it too, right? And honestly, that's not the most important question. The better question is, how do you keep taking them? And day after day, month after month, year after year, because that's the difficult part. Looking at this, I'm going to be completely honest with you. There are weeks when I do really well. Like everything is organized. Ooh, look, I'll show you. I have an organizer, right? But I can even go beyond that and get my other ones organized too because they don't all fit in there. Everything's on schedule and I feel great. I do. I really have those weeks, I promise. And and I think I have to be honest and admit there are other weeks that I don't, that I really don't feel like doing it. Honestly, those weeks come too often. Maybe you can relate. We've been taught that healthy people simply have more discipline. I do not think that's true. I don't have more discipline than you. I promise I don't. I think healthy people struggle too. They just decide one more time to keep going. All right, let me show you this one right here. This is vitamin D. This bottle, this vitamin, it's technically a hormone, but everyone knows it as a vitamin, is one that everyone agrees on. It's really good. It's the first and only vitamin my neurologist has ever recommended to me. And I took it. Now, it didn't change my life because I bought it. And it didn't change my life because I owned it. It only had the opportunity to help when I actually remembered to take it. Right? I know that sounds obvious, but isn't that true about almost everything? The healthiest diet in the world doesn't help if we never follow it. The best exercise program doesn't help if we never move. And the greatest book doesn't help if it stays closed on the shelf. If you buy my book, Finally Understand Multiple Sclerosis, and you never open it, it's not going to help you. This, I don't expect everyone watching this video to take every supplement that I take. In fact, I don't think anyone should just blindly copy someone else's routine. Your health history, your medications, your lab work, your goals, those are all different. And what I do hope is that you'll begin asking better questions about what your own body may need. I want to discuss modern food for a second. When I was younger, most people assumed that if you simply ate food, you got everything that your body needed. Today, things are a little bit more complicated. Our food often travels very long distances. Some fruits and vegetables are harvested before they're fully ripe. Many diets rely heavily on processed foods, and a lot of us live really incredibly busy lives. Now, that makes consistently eating a wide range of nutrient dense foods kind of difficult. That doesn't mean food isn't important. It's quite the opposite. Food should always be the foundation. But there are situations where supplements can fill those nutritional gaps. My book, when I wrote Finally Understand Multiple Sclerosis, I dedicated an entire section to nutritional support because I believe it deserved thoughtful attention. Inside the book, I explain the supplement routine that became part of my broader lifestyle approach. Alongside nutrition and fasting and movement and other habits, it's not a magic formula, but is one piece of a much larger picture. So I'm going to take you on a bucket tour. I thought today, instead of teaching one vitamin, I'd simply just introduce you to my bucket. Where did I put it? This is my vitamin D. Okay. And let's see, when I take this in the evening, I like to take it with vitamin K. And you know what's crazy? I should be more organized. And I put myself through this torture. So if you guys have some tips or ideas to help organize the vitamin situation, I've been dealing with this for years. I should have come up with a better solution by now. I'm going to, and I'll let you know when I figure it out. But I've got my vitamin D. I've got my vitamin K. Those go together. Those are so great. Ooh, another rock star that everyone, I feel like, practically needs, for the most part, here it is a vitamin B complex. Oh, so good. And then we've got, let's see here, we've got omega-3, also good, magnesium, vitamin C, CoQ10, that's a great one. I have my daughter take this because she's a vegetarian, so CoQ10 is really a powerhouse nutrient that we can get what our body needs, but even for those of us that aren't vegetarian, we often don't get it. Okay, I'm showing you this because you'll, I hope, recognize that many of these forms of supplements are in the schedule that I share in my book, where they're organized into a daily routine rather than taken all at once. There's a lot of things here. Some honesty. Some people might look at this and think, that's overwhelming. Girl, you're crazy. And sometimes I agree. Sometimes I look at this bucket and think exactly the same thing because this isn't a picture of perfection. It's a picture of persistent effort. There's a difference. If you've been trying to build healthier habits and you've missed a day or a week or even a month, you're not failing, you're living life. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is returning again and again and again. Confession, friends. I haven't opened this bucket since summer break started. It's August 3rd. The kids are about to go back to school. I haven't been taking my vitamins and I'm exhausted and I don't feel good. I haven't even been eating great. So I'm exhausted and I don't feel good. And I'm using this video to create some accountability for myself and to help you recognize that us professional health coaches, we are so human and we are trying to, just like you. That's why I'm starting something new again, always trying again. This is the beginning of the Vitamin Project. I'm going to start a new series on my channel. Every episode, we're going to take one supplement out of this bucket. We're going to talk about what it is. We're going to talk about what it actually does inside your body, where it comes from, food sources, who might be at a higher risk of a low intake, what the science says, and maybe some common like misunderstandings or misconceptions, some things people may not understand, and some practical ways to actually think about supplementation and all of this without too much fear or too much hype. I don't want to give you false hope either. But I do hope this series doesn't convince you to buy more supplements. I hope that it helps you to understand your body a little bit better because your body has been communicating with you your entire life, sometimes through energy and sometimes through fatigue and sometimes through strength and sometimes through weakness. The question isn't whether your body is speaking. The question is, are we listening? Next video, we're gonna take the very first bottle out of this bucket, vitamin D, and I'll explain why it became part of my routine, what we know about it, and how to think about it in a balanced and an evidence-informed way. And until then, take care of yourself because, my friend, you really are worth it. I promise you, take my opinion. You are worth it. I'll see you in the next one.